just leaving the Ryan McBride Brandywell Stadium here, where Derry City have beaten Shamrock Rovers by 3-1. And 0-0 at half time. It was a pretty even game. Second half, Rovers came out, started the brightest, but Derry got the penalty. A well worked free kick in the edge of the box between Patchen and Brandon Kavanagh released Jamie McGonigal, who was upended. Patchen then stepped up, they sent Alan Manus the wrong way to give Derry City the lead. Stephen Bradley responded with 3 substitutions, and one of those substitutions, Dylan Watt, scored from a free kick on the edge of the box. The drama wasn't over. Derry City pushed to the very end. Jamie McGonigal, who ran his heart out all night, chased Pico Lopez into a mistake. He went through as Alan Manus retreated. He ran.
Will all Derry City fans please leave the ground?
A fantastic start at home here against Shamrock Rovers. Roll on Sligo Monday night.
Right lads, just home from the game there between Bows and Dundalk. It finished Bows 2, Dundalk 2. Very disappointing start to the season, to be honest. Kind of a different season, same show, to be honest. Still can't defend set pieces, still can't defend crosses into the back post. Very, very disappointing. I think there was some positives to take from the game. The likes of James Finnerty looked back to his best tonight. Very good defensively, pretty good in the ball as well. Jordan Flores, I think, done okay in the midfield. A couple of nice touches, same with the Voy. But I think as a whole, the kind of team performance wasn't good enough. We battled and we worked, but I think a common theme throughout this season is going to be there's a bit of a soft spot in this Bowls team for me. We're missing a Bucko, we're missing a Detzer, we're missing a Cornwall. We're missing that type of a player. Like, I think for the last 30 minutes of the game, we could not get a hold of the ball at all. And I think we are missing that kind of Bucko to drop in, take it from the centre half and bring it forward. We were leading twice. We went 1-0 up through Jordan Flores, a header, and then within a minute and a half, 2 minutes, Dundalk equalised through Houben, a header from a corner. Again, how many of them did we concede in last season? We then took a 2-1 lead. I actually missed the goal, but I went to the toilet, but from what I've heard, it was a great kind of a flick from Promise O'Mashir. And then we went into half time 2-1 up, and we fucked it in the second half. Basically, we were absolutely dreadful in the second half. Crosses into the back post, and Stephen Bradley scored at the back post again. Can't stop crosses into the box, and we can't. He just back post headers. Like, how many times have we said that over the last year? Like, crosses into the back post and goals at the back post are just, they're our main downfall. Set pieces too. Like, I done a little calculation there the other night. If you take away stoppage time goals that we conceded against Derry last season, we finished in third and we're 10 points ahead of Derry. There's a serious soft spot in this team that I don't think was addressed over the off season. Now look at, not getting ahead of myself, I think Dundalk are going to be a solid team this season, so we've done okay to get a draw against them, 2-2, couple of goals, couple of positives to take from it. So look, it's not the end of the world, but it's not exactly the bright start of the season, and I think you can already kind of see you can see where our weak spots are going to be this season, to be honest. So yeah, that's it. Just we need to lift it. Like, I think if we're going up to Harps next Friday without a win from our first 2 games, I think we're struggling up there. And yeah, hopefully kick on, be Pats on Monday.
Hi guys, just back from Dalymount Park where I finished Bows 2, Dundalk 2. Good game, enjoyed it. Very interesting, I have to say. Fans are up for it for most of the game now as well, despite it being a windy, cold day. But game kicked off and not much really happening for a good wee while. I think Dundalk had a few chances, Bows had a couple of chances, but they're all just half chances. There wasn't anything really to shout about. And then up till about the half-hour mark, 28 minutes, Jordan Flores put Bows 1-0 up. It was a goal out of nothing. I don't think really either team looked like they were going to score up till then, but they did, obviously. And so Dundalk took the kick off, went straight up the other end of the field, got a corner and scored again from it. So it was 1-0 there. That was Pat Hoban put in, brilliant header, very strong header right in front of the Dundalk fans. That's always good to have. It's one good thing about being behind the goals, you can celebrate with your players. But yeah, the half went on, and then I seen it there on the replays. It didn't look like it, but at the game you can clearly see Bo's defender handling the ball in the box. He falls down, pulls it back to the keeper. Should have been a penalty. I can understand why the referee didn't give it the position, but he did do it. But it was just kicking the teeth then that Bo's went up and scored a few minutes later to end the half at 2-1. But I think Dundalk showed great fight then in the second half and came out strong, pushed Bo's, and brilliant header by Stephen Bradley at the back post to make it 2-2, attacking that back post when the ball was at the other side of the field. It was very good for a young fella to be able to realise to do that. I didn't think Dundalk's defence was up to much tonight, to be honest. I think Andy Boyle especially looked a bit lost. I don't know if he's just if he's leggy or what's the story. He wasn't playing much in pre-season, so I was a bit concerning. But I was quite happy with Nathan Sharp, the goalkeeper. He pulled off not fantastic saves, but good, strong, solid catches, stuff like that. Like last year, BB wasn't doing. So that's all good things to be. But a lot of positives, hopefully, as well. We had a lot of positives, but we also had Pat Hoban going down injured. So hopefully that's nothing too major. Hopefully he can play against Phil Harps for us on Monday night, or even at least make the bench. But so looking forward to Monday night. We play Finn Harps on time.
Hi guys, 2-1 loss for the Saints at home to Sligo. Yeah, I'm very disappointed about the whole kind of way the game went. I thought after Shelbourne last Friday, a great win out in Dundalk, we really had to kind of kick on, but it feels like kind of one step forward, 3 steps backwards. I think Sligo were very content to let us have the ball, especially in the second half, and kind of come at them. Once they had that 2-0 lead, they were kind of, I think they knew we probably had the better squad, so to get a lead would be vital. And we kind of struggled to break them down. Olabi coming on made a big difference. Anang probably pulled off 1 or 2 great saves in the second half to keep us in it, and Sligo kind of hit us on the counter attack. But we need to be more clinical. We had too many chances there. Hit the bar in the end. That was probably a bit lucky on Sligo's behalf. We didn't get the draw, but sure, wasn't to be. But it just wasn't to be. We need to go to Dalymount on Friday on Monday and get a result. Not just result, perform well. We have to show that we're able to match with the teams around us, and it all goes to Rovers on Friday. We haven't won against Rovers since 2018. We need to be up for the game. And judging by the way we played in the President's Cup, we were superb. All over the pitch, trying to match Rovers. In that game, probably if Anang doesn't make the mistake, we would have won that game. So we're looking at that, and we should say, right, we can beat these. Like we're well matched to them. We're a good squad we have. So last night, I think we just kind of need to take it on the chin and look on ahead to playing Bows on Monday. So hopefully we get 3 points out of that, and then on to Rovers on Friday. All right. Thanks, guys.
Just back after that Drogheda game against Shelbourne. Not much to say. Disappointing performance there from us today. Not, to be fair, first half we had more chances in that game. I think Shelbourne were like playing practical football for that first half. I thought probably Dylan Grimes there on the wing was doing a lot of great chances there for us, and then Evan Wales well playing left back. He looked superb on the left hand side for us tonight. We were missing Sam Long and Keith Cowan, which I think probably were big losses. Now don't get me wrong, Colin McKay was brilliant tonight, but we just, especially Keith Cowan as well, we probably missed a fella like him there at the half. Don't get me wrong, Quinn and the rest of the boys are great tonight, but it was we were just missing that kind of the wow factor in terms of obviously the way we were playing compared to what we did in the Jim Malone Cup, which I know was a friendly, but still kind of, it was a great performance from us in that game. Then obviously in that second half, the 2 goals that we conceded were very unavoidable. Were unavoidable. I think Markey for that second goal, he was trying to hold back Mark Coyle, and then obviously Coyle got out from the halfway line, just ran up the whole pitch and stuck it in bottom corner, which is probably a goal now which we shouldn't have done. It was a very annoying goal, and then the first goal as well. First goal was very disappointing as well. I think it was Quinn or Mark Hughes that was giving the ball away. Then obviously Conor Kane, Nugent slipped and Conor Kane got to it, gave it to Moylan gave it to Hawkins, and then he just shook it into the bottom corner. So look, we have to work on some stuff now for Rovers on Monday. You know, if we play like how we did tonight, we'll get back in that game. There's no doubt about that. So we have to literally change our ways, and hopefully the players will come back. And yeah, looking forward to it anyway. Thanks.
So it finished Drogheda United 0, Shelbourne 2 at Head in the Game Park. It was an interesting game, a bit scrappy. I don't think either team really intended it that way. They both tried to play football. Drogheda, for the most part, controlled the first half, had a lot more of the possession. But with all that possession that they had, didn't really create any chances that were worthwhile. In the second half, Shells actually started a lot brighter, got the first goal of the game inside about 2-3 minutes. Drogheda a mistake on the wing, allowed Shells to run down, cut in, play a ball kind of low to the back stick, and Hawkins was able to kind of hit it low and hard into the near post. Nice goal, finished well. Shells fans rightly, went pretty crazy. It was great to see. First goal of the season, first competitive goal under Duff's reign. After that, I do think Shells probably played a little better, had a bit more of give and go football, was able to try and play a bit of football, but even with that, again, not much in the way of chances. Drogheda pushed and countered the best from their chances. They had a string of corners and 2 or 3 close range free kicks, but nothing that really troubled Shells' keeper. As the game went on, Drogheda tried to push for that equaliser, and it was only when they were pushing pretty much all their men forward in the 93rd minute that Mark Coyle was able to catch a Drogheda United defender off, nip the ball from him, and with Drogheda having so many players forward, he was able to run one-on-one with the goal and was able to slot it in really comfortably. Sometimes when you have those too much time on the ball, you can overthink the finish, but he did really, really well. So I think it was just one of those days where Shells was able to just take the chances that they were given. Drogheda unlucky to not at least kind of have a goal, I'd probably say, but two teams with a lot of new players, a lot of new faces, and I imagine both teams will click a lot better come another month or so. But yeah, so again, it was Drogheda United 0, Shelbourne 2.
Hi Keith, disappointing night here on the Cross, losing 1-0 to Galway. Galway deserved the win, to be fair. The biggest problem with City tonight was their centre midfield. Balger and Coffey, they just didn't perform in the centre midfield tonight. Galway goalkeeper, to be fair to him, made 4 1-on-1 saves. They were outstanding. City, just like Galway, the player sent off in the second half with 2 yellow cards, and Galway done a kind of a Cork City-esque when Caulfield was in charge. They went to 2 banks of 4 and just one up front and just soaked up the pressure. And to be honest, if City were here till 12 o'clock tonight, they never scored. The pluses on City's side was Cian Bargery on the right and David Harrington. I know now that sounds a bit stupid, but he didn't have much to do, but his distribution was excellent. Dylan McGlay got injured after about 25 minutes and City missed him because James Dooney came on, and oh my God, I'd have taken him back off. He was very poor, very disappointing. He done nothing. Like, he went on the wing, and I would have brought on Dara Crowley before him. I don't know why he brought him on, but I don't think he'd bring him on the next game or start him, even though McGlade's on crutches. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Probably another positive from tonight's game was there was 4,900 here, and the atmosphere was very good. So there's not really much else to say. It was quite a poor game. City were just lacking centre midfield, no creativity. Balger and Coffey were out of the game tonight. Conor McCormack again done what he used to with City, just tidied up everything in front of the back 4, and that was it really, Keith. From disappointing here on Turner's Cross. I suppose it's kind of a bring back down to earth after what happened last week, which mightn't be a bad thing either. I think City will look back at tonight's game and probably learn a lot more from tonight than they did in the 6-0 victory last week. As I said, great atmosphere here, but yeah, it's one of those games. We just move on to next week. Thanks, Keith.
Hey guys, my battery's just about to go, so I'll just get this in quick. Full time at the RSC was Waterford United 1, Bray Wanderers 0. As much as it wasn't as bad as last week, Waterford definitely could have had a couple of goals early on, and they should have went 2 or 3-0 up at the break. But went in at 1-0, and it was a battling performance from Bray, but you could see the difference in the side. Waterford are a good side, absolutely, and they'll definitely be up there at the end of the season. So and unfortunately for Bray, it's another defeat. So we're now, or I say we have the love of the club we did before, but Bray are now rock bottom, and it's certainly not looking good for the club. Play Galway next out. Obviously Bray are idle next week, so after that it's then Galway in the Carlisle grounds, and performance-wise, Bray battled here and there, but as I said earlier on, you could see the difference in quality, and Waterford definitely had the quality. Phoenix Parson on the right hand side was absolutely fantastic for them, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. But I can see Waterford up there. Definitely probably potential league champions, but Bray they definitely won't be anywhere near the playoffs if results keep going the way they're going. So final score on the RSC, and again apologies for the video because my battery's gone, but Waterford United 1, Bray Wanderers 0.
Final score this evening from the UCD Bowl, UCD 0, Harps 0. First game of the season for Harps after the game against Drogheda was postponed last week due to bad weather. Fought a very scrappy game. Harps edged it with a few chances. For a couple of you guys played well. Mihajlovic, who played up front alongside Yo-Yo Madi, who's an ex-UCD guy, played well this evening. Mihajlovic gets it going. I think he'll be a very good striker for us. A couple of other outstanding debuts this evening from Jose Caldero, who's a new Spanish defender we signed, and also our new French midfielder, Inzai Mbongi. Overall, thought it was a very scrappy game. Not many chances in the match. UCD pitch was awful, to say the least, and their commentators, oh my god, I have to say, they were terrible. I was like, what? Watch Father Ted instead. Just thought overall point deserved, but I thought it was 2 points lost as well. We've got Dundalk now on Monday night in Oriel Park, and then Bohemians the following Friday night for the first home game of the season. Fingers crossed. I will be there to cheer on the lads. All I can say is up the Harps.